Good morning. Thank God for this day. But man, it's a cold one to get out in. We can do it though. We can do it. Whatever you chose to keep your temple of the Lord, you can do it too. Okay, so folk who follow me specifically for running, there's a few hundred of you guys. For a while, mostly what I posted was run vlogs, especially starting with COVID. That's how I managed to get myself back into shape after not being able to get in for yoga and lifting weights at Y. I think I have a little more resilient of an exercise plan set up now where I can just go out and run. I ruck for strength. I also got a nice barbell last Christmas, right, from my wife, and yeah, able to just a good system for keeping myself well. Now, ultimately, I told you guys a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I wanted to make some changes to my YouTube channel. Maybe people expected some type of structural shift, or think about like Seth DeMore, who is now going away from gear reviews, which got him more than 100,000 people, right? And focusing in on his maybe even a return a little bit to the family vlog style, because he started out vlogging his family, but definitely sharing his race updates, which is cool as a professional runner. I am not. I am just a regular dude who is like you guys, right? Irregular in some ways. That is, I don't want to separate myself into being one thing, right? I get it. It's easy to follow a channel that does one thing. Thank the Lord for those people who are so focused. My scholarship has focused on one thing, right? One thing and then the next. But I do have that part of my life, right, where I like to think deeply about philosophical questions. You know, especially related to music and education, since I'm a music teacher. You know, things like beauty, things like the structure of schools, how to best teach despite the institutionalization over the recent years, you know. But then, so I not only exercise to keep myself in good shape, and I'm interested in philosophy, but since I was young, I've always had that strong religious pull, that pull to dwell in God and to have God dwell in my heart. And so, reading the Bible has always been, I don't know, in Catholics, I think we talk about like charisms. You know, I've always meditated in the woods as well. That's a charism. Some people are more drawn to the rosaries than I am. I do that scriptural rosary more because it's just reading the Bible. It connects to the way that I like to think about these things. So, you know, maybe, I don't know, I don't mean to make it harder for people that are here to view one thing. If you're here for the run vlogs to see how I'm progressing, or you're here for the Bible stuff, right? Such an important thing. Or you're here for my scholarship. But I'm a whole person, right? You are too, right? We used to refer to it as Renaissance man, especially in the early days of specialization. That term became popular in the 20th century as scholars were realizing how disconnected they are from other fields. Sadly, I think they just don't even realize it now, how disconnected they are and how problematic that is. You know, the challenge of physics, right? I saw a YouTube video about that, how they haven't been able to push theory for maybe 50 years because people aren't thinking broadly enough, right? Einstein pushed theory, relativity, right? So people are still working within that. You know, sitting on a train and thinking, or working as a clerk, he had to work outside of the university like I do, you know, or playing violin. You see all those famous pictures of Einstein playing his violin while he's thinking. Yeah, similarly, this vlog is just me. And if you follow it, great. If you like one part of it, just watch those videos, right? Obviously, you're gonna have interests, some of which intersect with mine, and others which don't. Well, that's my channel update. I also wanted to say how great my Hoka Challengers still are. I'm a big guy, and they work so nice. Not the fastest shoes in the world, but they're tough, right? They're made strong. When I was young, Father Blaine, who was a Benedictine monk and priest, very influential on me, always thought I would grow up and become a priest. Well, there were reasons I did not become a priest. I was called to marriage, and God proved that I'm not meant to be in that role when He gave me a wheat allergy, not even an allergy to gluten. So I can't do the gluten-free oats, but wheat, yeah, probably one of the other proteins that are in wheat. You know, so a big part of being a priest is the Eucharist, right? Only one part of it is reading the Bible and talking about God. In fact, priests don't even get to read the gospel when there's a deacon. The deacon, it's their responsibility to read the gospel and to give the homily. Homilies are traditionally a description of the gospel. But I'm called to the Bible, right? Just as you may be called to a different aspect of spirituality to draw yourself closer to God, I'm called to the Bible, you know. And YouTube, which I've been doing. I mean, I've been doing YouTube since 2006. I was using videos in my class back then when no other music teachers were. There were so many nice ones back then. There was a Super Mario theme done. Some students had put on with their bassoon quartet. 4 bassoons playing it. That was fun to show the kids. I wonder, the kids are probably pretty old now that were in that video. Yeah, I didn't make, not my students. Either high school or maybe college, if I remember right. Yeah, so over 2,000 videos I put up here. Right, sometimes I'm playing music. Sometimes I'm talking my scholarship or sharing that. Sometimes I'm reading the Bible. Sometimes I'm exercising. But yeah, I can't intersect my impulse to God. I can't dissect that from the rest of myself. And you shouldn't either. If we are indeed made by God, that impulse is in us. Just stop and listen for it, because there it is. Well, whether you're here to support me as I improve my fitness or you're here to hear the Bible, the Word of God read, or you're here for one of the other reasons. You know, you follow a vegetarian diet, which I have for years, or my philosophical ramblings and musings and reflections and writings. Well, regardless, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your support.